Hey, welcome. Welcome to another episode of NBA Talk Podcast. So, I was supposed to do a show this past Sunday. I was gonna do my prediction for Game 7, but got busy, and I decided, you know what? Let's not do a prediction. Let's just watch the game, and we'll talk about whatever happens. And a lot happened. A lot did happen. A lot. So let's discuss what happened. First and foremost, congratulations, Oklahoma City Thunders. You are the 2025 NBA champions. The Thunders. They did it. Shout out to them. Won their franchise first ever championship. And that is a huge accomplishment. Whether anybody want to admit it or not, that is a huge accomplishment. So shout out to them for winning your first title. I want to just say this quickly, and then we'll really go and keep moving forward. They did something special. They brought that franchise first championship. Sam Presti, the general manager of Oklahoma City Thunders. This is a big moment for him. This, to me, solidifies that he is the best GM in the game. He is the best GM in NBA basketball. No comparison. None. He's the best. A lot of people on TV always said, he was a good GM, but you can't say he's elite or anything because he haven't won anything. Well, he won something now. You can't say that anymore. He's up there now. He got a ring on that finger now. You can't say that. So, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. He got his first championship. Shout out to the whole team in general. A lot of people doubted these boys all season long. I picked them to make it to the finals since the beginning of the season. Yes, if you go back and you look at my playoff prediction, I'm not going to lie, I did pick the Lakers to beat them. But I was questionable about it too, though. Even though I said, you know what, Lakers can do it, I was back and forth on that decision. I was like, you know what, I don't know. I think Oklahoma's going to do it this year. So I was back and forth on it. And I think I ultimately decided to stick with the Oklahoma and ride it out. But anywho, I know way before I even did that video, though, I picked this team to make it to the finals. The only thing I didn't do, I didn't think they were going to win it. I figured they would go against Boston and they would lose. But they ended up going against Indiana, which a team nobody saw that coming. And I want to also say, hey, congratulations to Indiana. I know they didn't win, but they played a damn good series. One of the best series that I feel like I've seen in a minute. I know the ratings don't say that, but it's the most entertaining series we've had in a minute. So I just want to give my flowers to Indiana Pacers. Shout out to that team, especially Tyrese Halliburton. He balled out. I respect the heck out of Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese, you got a fan out of me now, man. I'm a fan of you at this point now. I love that heart of a champion. He's a true heart of a champion. He went out there. He played ball with that injury. I hate that he ended up tearing his Achilles, but hey, you got nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. Like that was heart to go out there and do what he did. He knew what the risk was and he was willing to do it. And I believe he said on social media today that he would do it all over again. I don't know what that's today or yesterday, but he said he would do it all over again. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him for that. But I just want to say it was a good finals. It's been a long time since we had a 7-game series, and that was a darn good game 7. If I'm gonna say this, if Tyrese don't get hurt, I really believe that game 7 was going to come down to the wire. This was going to be a battle. I'm not saying that Indiana might would have won or not. I don't know. We will never know that. But what we do know, it was going to be very tight. That much I feel like was going to happen. It was going to be tight. But overall, good series. And if I remember right, I saw a sports journalist say that NBA Game 7 actually had really good ratings. That was the best ratings of the whole series. So I guess it took this series to go to Game 7 for the world to really get interested in this series. But overall, shout out to the Thunders. Congratulations on your first championship. Shout out to Indiana. You had a hell of a good season. Tyrese, hope you have a speedy recovery, man. And Indiana, just keep doing your thing. Excuse me. Excuse me. Indiana, keep doing your thing. You will get better. I promise you, you'll get better. I gotta drink something now. Ooh. I don't know where that come from. But keep doing your thing, Indiana, you'll get back. But before we get ready to move off these finals, we need to bring up something real quick. We need to bring up something that was very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. Where is it? So Skip Bayless had one of the worst tweets I have ever seen. It was horrible. It was horrible. No thanks. So let's look at some of his tweets. I'm thinking they're going to show it. So here's one of the tweets that Skip Bayless wrote. Now, Skip Bayless is known for saying crazy ass tweets. He's known for doing it. He's known for making ridiculous tweets. Well, this is one of the tweets that he did. Skip Bayless said, the Pacers brilliantly took the big game pressure off of Hallenberg, who routinely no-shows by planning the injury excuse that the media swallowed whole, Skip wrote. Then 3 minutes later, he went down with the real injury. Skip said that. Skip said since I forgot what game it happened, but Skip said, I think it was game 5, Skip was saying that he was faking an injury. Skip, you're not a doctor, man. The fuck is you talking about? You're not a doctor, man. And then as soon as you sent out a couple of bad tweets, he actually got hurt and tore something. And the part that gets me the most about Skip Bayless is that you doubled down on it. You kept talking. You really should have came out there and been like, my bad. That's what you should have did, man. But nope. He's too big and proud to do that, man. He's too proud to do it. And like bro, if I was an Oklahoma City Thunders player, I'm not gonna lie, I would have called you out. I would have went to that press conference and been like, before we talk about our championship, I want to bring up Skip Bayless. That's what I would have did if I was a Thunders player. I would have called Skip out and been like, you owe that man an apology. We don't mess with you here in Oklahoma. We don't mess with people who do what you just did. You stay away from us. That's what I would have did if I was a Thunder player. So I'm different on that part. But let's continue to read. Let's continue to read on the mirror.com site. It says, fans on social media were quick to point out just how poorly timed Bayless' post was. Honestly, this might be the worst tweet I've ever seen, and you should be ashamed. A fan wrote in response, while another added, truly one of the worst tweets ever, my goodness. And I agree. This was probably his worst tweet ever. He should be ashamed. He should. The man got hurt. He was hurting. Why would he lie? And that's the thing with Skip. I think this is why you're not on TV no more, man. Like, bro, you double down on stupid shit. I'm just gonna say it. You double down on stupid shit, man. And it's unacceptable, Skip. It's unacceptable. If this reminds me of what you did on undisputed with Shannon Sharp on what happened with the DeMar situation in the NFL. You said something ridiculous. The man seriously got hurt, and you saying stupid stuff. Skip is known for saying dumbass stuff. So I don't know how his wife let him come out here and say stuff like this. Honey, ma'am, pull your husband to a side and talk some sense into this man. He's embarrassing you too. Let's continue to read. After seeing the injury, Baylor was quick to make a U-turn on his comments on Hallenberg, though he kept his initial post criticizing the star and the team up. Okay. Now Hallenberg look hurt. Hope it's not too bad. He did. He said this. He actually said this. He added before posting, unfortunately, that Hallenberg injury looks like it's more than the cow poop. You think? Come on, man. Come on, bro. And then, and here's more to what Skip said too. We're going to continue to read this article. Bailey's then posted, hate this for Tyrese Hallenberg, Achilles as suspected. Similar injury Kevin Durant suffered in the finals, although he's been out a month, 9 games, with the cow pool. The longtime NBA pundit added one more post stating, even as a Thunder fan, the last thing I wanted to see was Hallenberg getting hurt the last. After the Hallenberg injury, it was suspected that the star tore his Achilles. Yeah. That was just disgusting what Skip did. That was just absolute disgusting. Like, I'm just like, Skip, come on, man. Like, come on, Skip. So let's read a little bit more about Skip, man. Hey, what's good, Tony? What's good, bro? We just talking about Skip Bayless, man. Just talking about what he did during the NBA final this past Sunday. Skip embarrassed himself as usual, but we just kind of hopping through it. I'm trying to get through this show real quick. I want to stream some Mario Kart. I'm trying to hop through this as quickly as I can, honestly. How you doing, though, bro? So let's talk about the other thing that brought up about Skip. Doug Gottlieb blasts Skip Bayless over embarrassing Tyrese Hallenberg post. I kissed the ring. I fucking hate myself for it. Skip Bayless accused Tyrese Hallenberg of faking his calf injury prior to him tearing his Achilles tendon in Sunday's Game 7 matchup against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Will go down as one of his worst takes in a career full of takes that have aged like milk. While some were surprised to see media member outright accuse a player of faking an injury, the other thought it was on par with his experience with Bailey over the years. I said what's this. Gollum, who hosts the radio show, the Doug Gollenberg Show on Fox Sports Radio, has plenty of experience with Bayless, dating back to each of their tenures at ESPN and then later at Fox. Bayless has never been someone who impressed Gottlieb, which he made apparent when discussing how embarrassing it was to see his post on X about Hallenberg while watching Sunday's game. Chilling, man. What you doing? I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. Just chilling, bro. Trying to do a little sports show. Like I said, I'm doing a little show real quick. And then I'm going to probably go back to the other channel, stream some Mario Kart, and then probably call it a night at that point. But I want to make sure I hop on, get me some content going tonight. Now with the finals and stuff over with now. So, and then we're going to get ready to wrap up this article. So back to what he said. So, in parentheses. So I'm watching the game. I see Tyrese Hallenberg go down. Skip Bayless tweeted, the Pacers brilliantly took the big game pressure off Hallenberg, who routinely no-shows by planning the injury excuse that the media swallowed whole. So it's on Twitter. All of a sudden, Tyrese Hallenberg goes down with a torn Achilles tendon. Obviously, shortly thereafter, Skip started to tweet his way out of it, but it's embarrassing. He basically said he wasn't hurt, he was just playing well, and it was an injury excuse. Gottlieb then shared a massive regret in his career in sport media that involved Bayless. In returning to FS1 in 2017, Gottlieb admitted he had to kiss the ring of Skip Bayless to ultimately end up on FS1 programming, given how much control Bayless had at the network at the time. So, Jay Stu, you work in the same building as Baylor, so you know this is true. Skip Bayless ran his own shop. He was everything for his show, Undisputed. And when I got to take the job, I am forever upset with myself about this. So I was under contract with CBS. I had 6 months left, and I wanted to get back out to California. I wanted to do Fox Television at the time. A good friend of mine, Jamie Horowitz, was running the daily shows. And Jamie is responsible for bringing Colin, Cohart, and Skip to Fox Sports 1. But in order to work at Fox Sports 1 at the time, I had to make nice and kiss the ring with Skip Bayless. That sounded about right, man. That sounded about right. Skip did run the show at FS1 during that time. Skip was the man of that place at that time. If you wanted to get in, you had to go through Skip pretty much. Oh, no, I mean what Skip Bayless did. Oh, what Skip Bayless did? What he did was, I don't know, Tony, if you be on like Twitter like that, but during the Game 7 finals, Skip made a lot of bad comments about Tyrese Halliburton, saying that he was faking his injury. He was never hurt. So he kept saying that Halliburton never pulled his calf muscle. He kept saying that he was faking, saying the Pacers was making excuses. And that wasn't the case. We all know he really was hurt. And when he actually got hurt and tore his Achilles, then Skip tried to take a U-turn and try to act like he feel bad for the guy and all that. But truthfully, since Game 6, he kept saying Halliburton was faking that injury. He kept saying that. And the internet is destroying him for that. The internet is roasting that man for that. He's in a bunch of media outlets for that too. And even now on his podcast he did, I want to say yesterday, either today or yesterday, on his podcast, he still looked like he's questioning what happened to Tyrese. And that's the part that's kind of disgusting, is when you see journalists do stuff like that. And I used to be a journalist, so I know. I used to be a journalist, and that was one of the things I kind of hated about the journalism side of things. Some of them just don't understand how, you're not a doctor, man. You don't know another person's body like that. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that Will Skip Bayless did make a video saying he feels horrible about Tyrese Terrence Keeley. Feels bittersweet. Yeah, he's saying all that right after he basically been saying the last 2 games he was saying he was faking the whole time. So it is bad, man, and what made it so bad is he should have did the right thing, man. He should have did the right thing and just take it back and been like, look, I was wrong. I should not have been saying he was faking. My bad. That's all you had to say. And people will let it ride. People will keep going. But hey, Skip too proud to do that. It's not in his DNA to do something like that. It's just not. He kind of doubled down on it low key. If you watch the whole video, he really low key doubled down on it. Yeah, that's the usual Skip, bro. Yeah, he tweets without thinking. I was like, bro, is this man really thinking about what he's tweeting? Like, it ain't no way this dude is really hitting sin without going back and reading what you just typed. Like, you really gonna post this for the world to see. Bro, I don't even know how this man married. How is this man married? Like, I would love to ask his wife, how do you deal with this BS every day? Ain't no way. It's just no way. Just no way, man. But it's just crazy, man, what he did. But we're gonna get all about this part. But yeah, man, Skip this embarrassed himself, bro. Yeah, they probably argue. That's what I'm thinking. They probably do. They probably do. Of course, we don't know it. We won't never know, but I wouldn't be surprised. It just ain't no way, man. You can be married to somebody like that. That does tweets like that, and it just comes back. It kind of comes back to I get why Skip is not on TV anymore. Like, I'm beginning to understand like why Skip days of being on TV is over. I get it now. Stuff like that. I mean, he did it on live TV when him and Shannon Sharp was on Undisputed back in, I want to say, what it was, 22 or 21? when they had the DeMar situation in the NFL, when he passed out, he kind of died out for a couple of minutes and then came back. Like that situation on live TV, and then Shannon Sharp didn't come to work the next day because he was so disgusted with what Skip did. Like Skip ridiculous, bro. Skip does way too much, man. Yeah, he don't need to be on TV no more. He done. He's done, man. He is done. All right, man. Let's go on and get ready to let's take this off. So let's get ready to head straight into some of the trades now. Pull it up on the screen. We'll talk about the KD one first. All right. Let's talk about this KD trade. Yeah, it must be hard to work with. That's what I'm thinking, Tony. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's kind of difficult to work with. And, I heard a lot of other people say that about Skip, that he's just not an easy guy to work with. I can't think of who the other people who said it, that they literally went on their own YouTube channels. They used to be former journalists, and they was like, Skip is difficult to work with. Actually, Tony, I'm beginning to think about that lawsuit that Skip is in. I get the feeling he really did it. He really paid that hairstylist money to sleep with him. I really think he probably did that. But let's go and push on through this show. We're at the halfway point. So Kevin Durant traded to the Houston Rockets. So let's see what the Houston Rockets gave up. So the Phoenix Suns traded two-time NBA Finals MVP Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick of this year's NBA draft, and 5 second-round picks. So Phoenix Suns finally moved KD. So KD is officially out of Phoenix, heading to the Houston Rockets. So my thoughts about this trade, I know I've seen a lot of people think the Phoenix Suns gave up a lot. And then I've seen a lot of people think the trades were good for both sides. And some people didn't like the trade for neither one. But personally, I think it was good for both sides in a way. I do think the Phoenix Suns still got a lot of work to do. They got too many guards right now. But the Houston Rockets got what they needed. They needed a closer. You got that in KD. You got a closer. And you really didn't give up nothing crucial. Yeah, I kind of hated they gave up Dylan Brooks. But Jalen Green, you let Jalen Green go. He's inconsistent. I wish they could have kept Brooks, but Green inconsistent. Get him out of there. Second round picks, you don't really have that too many good second round picks. So you good on that. You kept the main thing. You kept Schwengu, you kept Thompson, and you kept Jabari. You kept a lot of your main pieces, a lot of your main young core. You kept them. That's a good thing. To me, Thompson and Schwengu, the two main pieces you want to keep the most. And you kept them. So now add KD into that. That's not bad. It looks good on paper. Let's see what it looks like on the court. After thinking about the Rockets trade, I think it's smart for KD to do this. He didn't join the super team. Even though the Rockets are good before him joining, still think it's a smart move for him. I agree, Tony. I agree. I think this is a good move for him. I really think this is a good move for KD. KD actually did a good job choosing on this one. I actually think, and it's early, like I said, I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I actually think this is gonna be a pretty good little team. They got a good coach. They kept their important young pieces. You got a center, you got Steven Adams. Like I said, KD, you got him as a closer. So you got some offense when you need a scorer, get the ball to KD. Kept Van Vliet, got a good shooter, and you got the coach. This is not a bad team. Like, this is actually, on paper, it looks pretty good. This team should be better than it was before now. Because I'll be honest, if they had Kevin Durant instead of Jalen Green on that team, they beat my Golden State Warriors. They would have closed a lot of them games that they struggled to close. They would have closed them. So they're better. And I think this is good for him. I could see this being the last team that KD play for too. I think this is probably going to be it. They're going to probably be the last the last hurrah. So I think it was a good move for KD. Houston Rockets got better. Phoenix Sun, got out of that situation. Still got a lot of work to do in Phoenix to fix that mess over there. But it's in the right direction. In the right direction. I mean, if only they can move Bradley Beal, then they'll really be in a roll now. Then you really be in business. You could have moved Bradley Beal, got some draft picks back, a couple of young pieces. Man, you on the roll now. Now you are fixing this thing. You're fixing it. But Bradley Beal got that no trade clause, so can't trade, can't move. So I like the deal. Good for KD. I hope he'll be happy there. Let's see what this team looks like when it's time for the season to start. Let's see what it looks like. All right. So let's talk about another one of the trades that have come through overnight. And you had Chris Middleton. I'll make oops. Go back. There you go. Ooh, go all the way back, 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 go all the way back. There you go. So you got Chris Middleton. He got moved to. Chris Middleton heading to the Washington Wizards. So, nothing too major on that one. He got a player option. Must be nice to be making $33 million. Yeah, KD's definitely going to help them close games out. Yeah, KD owes. I don't see him getting traded. Yeah, I don't see it either. I don't see him getting traded anymore. He's up in the age like this. This is it. This is gonna probably be it for him. But he'll at least help him close games out. Like I said, Tony, if they had him when they played against us, they beat us. We going home. We don't beat that team if they had KD instead of Jalen Green. But don't get me wrong, Jalen Green has potential. It's the inconsistency part that it makes him just bad. All right. Next up, you have Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford has re-signed with the Mavericks for 3 years, $60 million. I will definitely say a lot of teams wanted Gafford. Tony, your Lakers was connected to Gafford a lot. A lot of Laker Nation wanted Daniel Gafford, but he don't re-sign with the Mavericks now, so that is off the table now. And then Steven Adams off the table too. So we know Steven Adams re-signed with the Houston Rockets. What else? Now this is the big one. This is another big one. Very, very big. Very, very big. The Celtics tear down their expensive roster. They're tearing it down. Getting out of that luxury tax. Getting out of that second apron. So the Boston Celtics pretty much traded Drew Holiday back to Portland for Anfernee Simons. So I think this move right here is more so about money wise. But Anfernee Simons is a good player though. You're getting shooting, but you is losing defense. But you're getting more shooting. Yeah, they're saying Gafford signed a deal that could still make him okay. So he could still be traded. So he can still be moved. And so Dallas might still be willing to move him. Okay. So that I did not know. So I was thinking he was going to be locked in with Mavericks. Okay. We'll see what happened with that situation then. Cause they got a solid team down there in the Mavericks. When they're healthy with Cooper Flag too, it's not a bad team. That is a playoff team. And that's a team that could really win the West when they're healthy. We'll see. But Boston Celtics is pretty much tearing down their roster. They're making moves. They're pretty much trying to get out that second apron because their roster is super expensive. And they kind of need to get younger, get rid of some of these old pieces, get them out of there because it's time. And plus, with Jason Tatum being out pretty much all next season for his Achilles tear, it makes sense to start making changes to the roster. You already know you're not going to win next year. You know that they're not winning next year, so might as well make roster changes now. So when Jason Tatum comes back healthy, you're ready to go. You already did that. You did what you had to do already. You're ready. So it makes sense to do this now during a season where it's kind of a throwaway season, pretty much. You know, he's just gonna be throwaway. Lakers haven't done crowd LOL. Shaking my head, but realistically, I don't see a center available for a trade, and that's what the Lakers need, a center. Excuse me. Yeah. Hey, we all need a center. My Golden State Warriors need a center. We need a center badly. It's just not many out there. It's just not. Like I say, Steven Adams already re-signed. You know, Gafford just signed. Don't know what's gonna happen with him. Al Horford, Clint Capella, who's with my Atlanta Hawks right now. He's up in age. Nick Claxton, you know, he's out there. Not for sure what's gonna happen with Miles Turner, but it's a few left, but it ain't many. It's just not many left right now at all. Let's see. We already on Boston Celtics, so shit, let's keep it on Boston Celtics. So, boom, another trade. So we are getting my Atlanta Hawks are going to get Kristaps Porzingis. Welcome to ATL, my man. Welcome to ATL. Hope you are over whatever that sickness was. But welcome to Atlanta. Atlanta has gotten better. So Boston has sent over Porzingis to the Hawks, as well as the second-round pick. And then the Hawks sent over Terrence Mann and the Atlanta's number 22 pick to the Knicks. And then George's name and a second rounder go to the Celtics. So that's what happened in that one. So that happened in that trade at least. So we did end up getting Porzingis. So that's not bad, but not big. You know, it's like the Hawks got better, but I don't know what you're getting from Porzingis. So I just don't know. It's like, is he still sick? Like that was going on, and you know he do get hurt. Porzingis injury prone. He is injury prone. That too. So you just don't know exactly what you are fully getting, but on paper it looks good. Like it's not. That's improvement for Atlanta. So I'm happy my Hawks are making moves. They're not just sitting around and wasting time with Trae Young, but you know, we need to do a few more moves, few more things. But see, this is what This is what I want my Hawks to do. I want my Hawks to be competitive this year. My Hawks need to be competitive. The Eastern Conference is wide open. The Bucks are injured. Celtics are injured. Indiana injured. It's wide open. Like, if there was a time for the Knicks, Orlando, or Atlanta, or even Detroit, if there was a time for any one of them to make a run to the NBA Finals, it's now. It is now. It's wide open. This is the best chance to do it. You cannot beat this opportunity. You got to take it. This is it. So I'm hoping my Atlanta Hawks are not done making moves. Atlanta, if you are listening, continue to make moves. Make some moves. You got a shot to do something right now. You got a shot. We have not been to the Eastern Conference Finals since 2021. You got a shot. It's wide open. I actually wish we'll go get Giannis, bring him to Atlanta. ATL will take care of you, man. We got you. We got you in Atlanta. If Porzingis is healthy, which I doubt it, could be competitive. It could be competitive, him and Trae. Yeah, it'll be very competitive. But like you said, though, Tony, if, and that is a big if, because I don't know what I'm getting from him. Because during that playoff run with the Celtics, he was dealing with some sickness, some type of strange sickness that nobody could figure out what's going on. So, I don't know what he got, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope it turns into something good. I hope maybe he can be, really helpful for the Hawks. But, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on that part. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put that up there. So, did Atlanta Hawks got better or maybe? So, Hawks got better or maybe. I would say I think they got better, but it just depends. on what Porzingis will we get. If we get a healthy Porzingis, or we get the Porzingis that was still sick with that mysterious sickness, or staying hurt all the time, like then that's not gonna really be too helpful. That's not gonna be too helpful. We're gonna still be 7 or 8 seed, probably in the play-in still, and then gonna make the playoff and get bounced in the first round, or don't make the playoff at all. So we need to get beyond it. The Hawks' goal this year should be make the playoffs, like legit make the playoffs without being in the play-in and win a first round. That's improvement. That is improvement. I would be 100% happy if they do that. I would be happy. Make the playoffs and win your first round. And after that, I'm satisfied on whatever else happened. But this is the best chance to do something right now, while the East is wide open. Yeah, Porzingis been hurt everywhere he goes. Yeah, pretty much. And that's the concerning part about him. He's been hurt everywhere he goes. I mean, I will say that time that he was in the Washington Wizards, he was balling. He was looking really good. Like, Washington Wizards was a really good time for him. So, kind of bad that he was showing out with a bad team. I know it kind of sucks on that part. Let's see. I think that might be all the trades that don't happen thus far. Well, this happened too right here. So this did happen a little while ago. Kyrie Irving, at first, he declined his $43 million player option, which good move by Kyrie. You're worth more than $43 million. He intends to sign a 3-year, $119 million contract with the Dallas Mavericks, and that deal includes a player option in 27-28 season. So not a bad move for Kyrie. Kyrie's getting paid. But I honestly don't even know if the Hawks have a bench. Our bench is okay. The Atlanta Hawks bench is okay. It ain't great, but it's okay. It needs to be better. It needs improvement. It needs some improvement. All right, so I don't been to a couple of Hawks games this past season. I went to like at least 2 this past season. I know I went when they played against the Lakers, and I'm probably gonna go this year when they play against the Golden State Warriors in Atlanta or Houston Rockets. I'm trying to see all the superstars when they come to Atlanta as much as I can. The bench needs improvement. It needs some improvement. It's not terrible, but it needs some improvement. We showed some flashes of being a good team through this season. There was some flashes, but not enough, obviously. Not enough. But anywho, Kyrie Irving signed his 3-year contract. So on his 3rd year, you're going to have a player option. So he'll have that option wise to decide what he wants to do for himself. So always good to get that player option. So you can decide what you want to do and not the team decides. So good for Kyrie. He's coming back to the Dallas Mavericks. As I said before, when Dallas get healthy, that's going to be a really good team. A really, really good team. That might be it. Yeah, that's it. That's it for right now. So that's pretty much it for all the latest trades talk right now. Unless something happens in the middle of the night and we just don't expect it. But I think tomorrow is the NBA draft. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of movement all day tomorrow. Because it is the draft night. I'm still thinking the Spurs might make a move because they got the 2nd overall pick. And you could move that. I really wouldn't be surprised if Spurs went out to Giannis. But if I'm Giannis, I'd rather stay in the East where it's easier to get to the finals. Yeah, Dallas will have some injuries, but playoffs are where you got to be healthy. Exactly. You got to be healthy in the playoffs. If I'm Dallas, look, if you get hurt some in the regular season, it is what it is. Just make sure you're healthy for when it matters. And that when it matters is playoff time. Playoffs. I think the Lakers will do something tomorrow. That might be when they do something. That might be when they actually make a move. Like, Tony, don't feel bad. Like, don't feel bad about the Lakers not doing anything right now. My Warriors haven't did anything. So I'm actually more surprised that my Atlanta Hawks made a move and my Warriors haven't did nothing. And they need to make a move. They need to get some better offense to help when Steph Curry gets hurt. We still need a center. So I'm not sure what Golden State is doing, but I hope tomorrow we're going to make some moves. If anything, Golden State needs to go draft a center. Go get you a center tomorrow. That at least help help plug in that problem. And I would still go find a more experienced center too. Why are you at it? Yeah, there's still time. I just don't know what they can do. I'm going to say this, Tony. I think the player that everyone really wants is Walker Kessler. That's the other person who's open too. I forgot all about him. He's still available too. I think everybody really wants Walker Kessler, but Utah is asking a lot to get him. And I'm thinking to get Walker Kessler, you're going to have to give up Reeves and probably a bunch of other stuff too. And you're probably going to take Lauren Markin too. I think they're going to want to get rid of him too. So you have to take him in that deal. Yeah, I'm hearing they don't want to trade Reeves. Can't get better that way. You can't get better that way, man. You got to be willing to make sacrifices. You know, they got to be willing to move. I get it. This is my thing about Reeves, Tony. This is my thing about Reeves. I think Reeves is really good. I think he's a really good piece. I really think he'd be more effective if he came off the bench. I really think he'd be better as a sixth man, not in your starting lineup. I feel like on a championship team, Reeves will excel if he's coming off that bench, not being your starter. In other words, Reeves will be better as your sixth man, not your third best player. I don't think he should be that because it's hard. We all know LeBron James don't play defense like that anymore. He can do it in spurts, but he can't sit in the chair that long. We know Luka don't play defense. We know that already. And then you got Reeves who don't really play defense. You can't have three people on the starting lineup don't play defense. That's a disaster. I mean, they kind of got exposed in that Timberwolves series. Yeah, Laker Nation said Lakers feel like Kessler isn't a great enough center to give up Reeves for. I don't know what to tell them, man. They're gonna have to do something. Like Lakers cannot come back they cannot come back in this season with that same team. If you do that, you already throwing your season away. You're throwing it away already. You didn't get better. You did nothing. Like, you got to do something. You cannot come back at the same team. You cannot do that. You've got to make a move. You got to do something. You got to do something, man. Because if you come back from this season with no center, you're just going to get exposed again. You're going to get another bad matchup, and you're going home. It's going to happen again. You're just wasting time. You got to make a move, man. I mean, you might have to get a Nick Claxton or something. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, you need some type of center. Something. But Lakers do want Kessler, just want to keep Reeves. Yeah, you ain't there. Yeah, you ain't keeping Reeves. Yeah, he gonna have to bounce. Hey, Danny Ainge ain't finna let you do that. Reeves gonna have to bounce. See what the Lakers are doing. The Lakers are treating Reeves as if he's a superstar or something. He's not a superstar. He's just a really high level role player. He's a above average role player. He's more like a borderline all-star, I would say. He's a borderline all-star. He's still a role player, but he's a high-level role player, and he's a high-level role player that is a borderline all-star. That's what Reeves is. He's not an all-star, but he's not a regular role player. He's above average role player. He's like an elite role player, I would say. He's an elite role player that is a borderline all-star. That's what I would say Reeves is. But you got to trade him, man. You need a center. You got to make a move. Yeah, if it was me, I'd trade Reeves for Kessler for sure. And I agree, Lakers might be asking too much for Reeves. That's what I think what hurting them. They're asking for too much. They're asking a lot. I mean, they're basically treating Reeves like he's a superstar, and that's not it. If I remember right, I think someone said the Lakers will only be willing to give up Reeves if you're giving a superstar. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give you a superstar for Austin Reeves. Are you joking? What you think this is? We ain't Nico. We ain't Nico in Dallas. We're gonna sit here and rip ourselves off. No, heck no. He ain't that good now. He good, but he ain't that good. Yeah, they want a star player in return for Reeves. Yeah, you're not getting that. If you're gonna trade a star, I want a star in return. That's not a star. That's a high level role player. That's on the borderline of becoming an all-star. He ain't no star. He a long ways from that still. Long ways from that. The playoff told you all that. Go look at the last 2 playoffs for Austin Reeves. He was a disaster. A disaster, man. A star don't do that. Nah. And plus, that's my thing too with the Lakers, man. You don't need any more stars. You have I'm about to say Austin Reeves. You have Luka. You got LeBron. You just need good role players now. The Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder showed the formula. That's the formula to win. Get good role players with your 2 stars. You good. You don't need 3 stars. If you have 3 stars, you are going to fail. It's not going to work in this NBA now. Big 3 stuff do not work. Yeah, I'm be mad that Lakers don't trade Reeves. I want him gone. Yeah, and shout out to Gerald. Shout out to my friend Gerald on Lakers Fast Break. Even he said it. You got to move Reeves to get better. And I agree with that. You got to move him. I understand you don't. I understand some people don't want to. I understand it. But sometimes you gotta give something to make more. Or better yet, the old saying is you gotta spend some money to make more money. Sometimes you have to do that. You might have to go spend $20 in order to start making $100 an hour. You might have to do that. Or you might have to go spend $80 today in order to start a business that will end up making you a profit of $100 per week. You might have to do that. But it's worth it in the long run, though. It's worth it. Yeah, him and Rui are probably our only pieces we have to make the team better. Yeah, you got to include Rui. Rui has to be included in anything you do. To me, those 2 has to be included, or you got to include Dalton Connect, which I think Dalton Connect going to be included in the trade too. I'm thinking you might can keep Rui, and you end up getting rid of Dalton and Austin, because they're gonna want Austin. They're gonna want him. That's a good role. That's a good high level borderline all-star. So they're gonna want Austin for that. They probably gonna ask for Reeves. So you're gonna get a good sharpshooter, and then you might still have to give up Rui, and you still get to keep your first round pick. If you can keep that first round pick, that's good. You kept it. So you can use that first round pick for something else at the trade deadline or something. That's what I would do. That is what I would do. If I was the Lakers, that's what I'm doing. But you got to be willing to make moves, man. You just got to be willing to do what you can, make moves, and do what you got to do. All right. Now let's go into the final parts. 2026 NBA championship odds. So let's take a look at the odds real quick. Let's go to FanDuel. I like FanDuel. Good site. Oh, yeah, Dalton Connect as well. He got value. Yeah, he got value. He has value. He got that rookie contract that's going to be going on for a while, so you ain't got to worry about paying him no extra money right now. And he's young. So let's see. Let's see what the NBA odds looking like right now. So this is damn, they ain't updated this yet. They have not updated this yet. So this is FanDuel. They've been a new champion every year. So yeah, I want to say they've been a new champion every single year now. So that's what I'm thinking too. The trend's gonna continue, and it'll be somebody new next year. But if anybody's built to repeat, yeah, Oklahoma can do it. All their pieces are still young, and they haven't peaked. Now that's the one thing I would say, Tony. The one thing that Oklahoma has on their side that none of the other champions, none of the previous champions have on their side is the fact they're young and they have not hit their peak yet. They have not. That Thunder team have not hit their peak yet. SGA has not hit his prime yet. Chet not in his prime yet. J-Dub not in his prime yet. Them boys are still getting better. So that's the one advantage I say they do got. They do got that advantage. That's an advantage they got over the Celtics when they won last year, the year before, the Denver Nuggets, the year before that, my Warriors, the year before that, and on and on. The one thing that separates Oklahoma from the past champions, two things. They're young and they're still getting better. They are not in their prime yet. They're in their early 20s. Early 20s. Them boys are not in their prime. So they can get better. They could come back next year even better. That's a good possibility. Who knows? You never know. Oklahoma can still, they can definitely repeat. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say they will repeat, but they got a chance they could. They could. We'll see. We'll see what they come back as next year. See how good they become. So right now the odds is Oklahoma is the favorite to win next year, which not surprising. Not surprising. Cleveland the second odd. That's a little surprising right there. Houston Rockets in third. I'm thinking this is before they did the. I'm gonna go out of this one. Let me see. Let me go to another one. Go to DraftKings. Maybe DraftKings got a more updated version. They got a more updated version. Yeah, this is more updated. So this was on Sunday. So this was this past Sunday right here. Yeah, there we go. So this one's better. This one to me is a lot better. So this is more of this past Sunday. So Oklahoma first, Houston Rocket. We know, and we already know the Houston Rocket jumped up when they got Kevin Durant. Cavaliers, they ought to come back better too next year. New York Knicks, I will put a question mark by the Knicks right now because they don't have a coach, and we need to see what that team looks like. Yeah, Minnesota, I can understand that. They did went to the Western Conference Finals. The Lakers, not surprised at it. You got Luka. Denver Nuggets, you got Jokic. They need to make some moves for sure. They need to improve their depth. And then you got my Warriors. We still need to get a center. And Celtics, of course, we understand why they were there because of the situation, and so on and so forth. Where's Indiana at on here? Let's see. Where's Indiana? I'm just curious. Dang. I don't even see the Pacers on here. Oh, there they go. 8,000. Jeez. They do not have no belief in them boys getting back. They do not think they'll get back, but you never know. Let's see what Vegas Insider says. So Vegas Insider says right now they got Oklahoma as a favorite. I'm surprised. Hey, when was this updated? It doesn't say, dude. No, it said it updated a little while ago. It updated yesterday. So I'm actually a little shocked that they got the Houston Rockets right there. Yeah, I'm a little more shocked at that one right there. That the Houston Rockets is right there. I'm shocked at that one. Okay, that's a shocker. I actually thought they'd been ranked a little higher than that. Let's see what ESPN got going on. And this was on 2 days ago. Yeah, but this is probably before before Houston got KD though. Okay. So a lot of the sites still haven't really updated just yet. Let's see. Let's see what Vegas got. What do Vegas got right now? Yeah, I think DraftKings the one we did look there, right? Yeah, DraftKings the one we looked at. Who you got winning? I'll be honest with you, Tony. I don't know right now. I don't know. I actually be honest with you. I have no idea. It's so hard to say, man. It's actually hard to say. I guess for right now, I'm gonna say Man, I don't know. I need to see how some teams look. I know a lot of people gonna say Oklahoma, obviously. A lot of people gonna say them. So I'm gonna do this then. I'm gonna say who I think it could be, and I'm gonna pick one who I think it is, and I'm gonna pick one who I think would be the surprise team. So I'm gonna go with Oklahoma for right now to possibly repeat, just because I like the youth. I like that they're young and they're still getting better and better. They haven't hit their prime yet, so I do like that part. I'm gonna hope that their offense gonna be better. If their offense come back better, then I like their chances. If their offense is still sketchy in that half court, then I don't know. You might still need some things to go right. Now, here's my surprise team, who I think could come and win it. Like who could like really sit here and surprise some people. I'm gonna go with the Houston Rockets. I'm gonna say Houston might be the surprise team. Houston might shock a lot of people and be better than what we think. They might actually really do click. So I'm gonna say Houston, and I'm gonna say Houston, and then on my east side, I might say New York. I would think New York come back better and ready to go. So I got Oklahoma repeating for right now at least, but my sleeper teams are Houston and the Knicks. I'll go with them. I'll go with them for right now. But truth be told, I have no idea though. I just need to see some teams play right now because I need to see how everybody looks. I need to see everybody do all their movement and then see what the pieces look like once they just laying out, sitting still. I wonder what Purple thinks about the Rockets now. That's a good question. I have to ask her about it. I need to ask her because I almost forgot. I forgot about the Houston Rockets is her favorite team. That's her team. So I need to ask Purple about that. How she feel about having KD now. So I'm glad you brought that up, Tony. That's a good point right there. Very, very good point. But we're gonna see how this thing gonna play out. I think next season gonna be really interesting. I think Luka gonna come back and redeem himself too. I think Luka will be in shape. He'll be ready to ball. I'm gonna make one prediction though, Tony. I'm gonna make one prediction, and I could be wrong, but we'll see. I'm gonna make the prediction, and we're gonna get ready to close the stream out. I'm gonna predict that next season will be LeBron James last season. I think it's gonna be it. I think they're gonna be LeBron James last one. I think LeBron is going to take his player option. He's gonna take that 1 year left on his deal. He's gonna opt in. He's gonna opt into it, and that's when he's gonna announce that this is probably gonna be it. The reason why I think this might be it is because of he didn't opt out his player option. Usually he opts out and then do another 1+1 deal. He didn't do that this time. So that making me think he's actually strongly considering this being the last one. So I'm gonna go with that. That's gonna be my prediction, my super guess going into next season. This be LeBron James last season. And to me, that's a good thing for the Lakers if that's true. I think that'd be a good thing. The Lakers can really start focusing really, really more on Luka now, and probably go find another person, a really good, strong person to pair up with him. So we'll see. I know if LeBron do let it be here last year, he gonna announce it. I don't think it'd be here last season, especially if Lakers go far. Luka looks in hell of shape right now. It may not be. He might surprise. He may not be. I'm just going off the fact that he's planning to opt into his last part of his deal, and that's a lot different than what he usually do. He usually do the 1+1. So if he's gonna opt in, that is a potential sign that this could be it. If he's willing to opt in, and because that is way different than what he usually do. Yeah, believe it or not, a lot of Laker fans. Oh man, I was just about to say this. I don't seen it. I seen that. Yeah, I seen it. Believe it or not, a lot of Laker fans want LeBron to retire. Yeah, I heard that a lot. I heard that. If you know Joe from Laker Fast Break, Joe from Laker Fast Break wise, he want LeBron to retire. He said it plenty of times. He want him to go and pack it up and head out. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And I understand why they feel that way. I get it. I understand that. You want to start focusing only on Luka and kind of move on from the LeBron era. And I feel you on that part. Because now that's actually more money that you'll have to use toward other stuff. You know, and LeBron's still effective. Don't get me wrong. He's still effective. But at some point, you got to move forward. You got to move forward to the future and start moving forward. I said since 22. I said since 22, LeBron James will never win another championship. He's done. And so far, I have been right. I've been right on that so far. I think the Lakers will win another championship when LeBron leaves. That's when it's going to happen. They're going to end up winning when he's gone. But we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. You know, I will say it was definitely dope watching LeBron and Anthony Davis together in person last December before AD got traded. So that was dope that I saw that. But we're finna go and get ready to end this stream, man. Because I know it's like almost midnight on my side. So we're gonna get ready to end this stream right here. Hold up. But even if LeBron retired, it doesn't open up a lot of money for the Lakers right away. This is what Laker Nation channel says. I mean, true that's true. And that is true. That is one of the things. Even if he retires now, he's still not gonna have a lot of money open just yet. I mean, it will eventually open up. It will eventually open once he's gone. Just not right away. I think some people think it was going to open up right away, and that's not what's going to happen. I think I do remember Laker Nation saying that too. I think I heard him say that before. But we're going to go and end this stream because I want to play me some Mario Kart. So we're going to wrap this up. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. I might do a stream just to react to the NBA draft. I don't really watch college basketball like that, so I don't know if I want to really react to that. I might just wait until more stuff happens with the trades and stuff. And I'm probably gonna talk some college football on this channel as well. I'm probably gonna talk a little bit of some football once the season starts, and I'm definitely gonna talk about my college. I really want to do some live streams and videos off of my university football season. So I think I'm gonna do that. So I think I'm gonna mention some Georgia Southern football once our season starts. Our first game is against Fresno State and USC in August and September. So I know I do want to cover those games when that happens. I don't understand how that works. I feel you on that, Tony. I feel you on that. I don't really understand how it works completely either. I understand it a little bit, but not a lot. It's kind of complex. It takes doing a little bit of research to really understand it. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel like doing that. So I wasn't really finna try to dig too much deep into how the salary stuff works. But I do know that money won't be free right away. That part I did know. But I just want to give everybody that quick update. We're gonna talk about football once football season start. And just a heads up, I don't really watch NFL like that. I watch it a little bit, but not a lot. I prefer college football, so that's probably what I'm gonna talk about. College football. Oh, let me know, Tony, when you want to stream Mario Kart. I'm ready. You let me know. And then I'll go on and set up the Nintendo Online account. I still got to do that anyway. I still got to buy the Nintendo Online. I forgot all about you got to have that in order to play online on Switch. But you let me know though, and we can stream it. You let me know. I know I won't really be at home that much tomorrow, but Thursday or Friday, something like that. If you want to stream, just let me know. We can do that. But we're gonna get ready to end this stream, guys. Thank you everybody for chilling with me. Appreciate you, Tony, for hanging with me, man. I know there's another person watching the stream too. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Whoever you are, if you enjoyed this stream, hit that subscribe button for me if you ain't already hit it, and hit that like button for me. And if anyone else who is watching this live stream after the actual live has already happened. If you're watching this after the live, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed what you saw, and hit that like button. But we're finna go and get ready to end this stream. Thursday's cool. All right, bet. But we're gonna go end this stream. Everyone, have a good night or a good evening wherever you are. Hope everybody enjoying a Mario Kart, because that's what I'm finna do on that Nintendo Switch too. You guys have a good night. It was a good NBA season. And if you like football, hang out with me during football season. NBA season will be back before we know it. But we're finna end this stream. This is I Got Net Sport Media. This is Legend. And I am out. Peace, guys. Take it easy, Tony. Y'all have a good night.